Day 2, drinking my drink, and I'm about to do my colonic. It's 05:30. Starting at 181 pounds today. Also, I drank my my cleansing drink, and yesterday I had noticed a slight, not quite a headache with the beets when I added the beets, but I've always had a little problem putting like those beets and carrot juices together. I think it has something to do with my blood sugar, but since I've never, tested, I've never been positive for diabetes, I think it's just my early warning system. So what I did was I only did 4 ounces of apple juice today, just trying to see how much I can actually take. And then the rest was water. So 4 ounces of water, 4 ounces of apple juice, 10 ounces of water, and the quarter cup of the beets. And it was fine. I feel fine. So here we go. So I've just finished the first colonic of the second day of the cleanse. There wasn't as much evacuation at first. There was a lot of flatulence. And then when there was evacuation, it was extra stinky. It's like it went up there and got stuff from way back when. I'm going to open my windows. I definitely need to ventilate. No matter how much cleaning you do, that all those gases and stuff have got to go. I noticed my stomach, it's probably just a regular thing, but it's just interesting to me to watch my stomach fill up with water and the firmness, and then when you massage it, how soft it is afterwards. One thing, at the end this time, I had water still in me. Yesterday, I couldn't hold it very well. Today, I could hold it for a longer period of time. Yeah. I also noticed a green color, but that could just be there's a green part in my supplements. I'll point it out later. I have taken I've done my colonic, taken my supplements, and now it's time to exfoliate and clean myself. All right, so it's time. Oral hygiene, the flossing, tongue brush. If you have an electric toothbrush, I don't know, really good mouthwash, whatever. Just, it's a good way to start the day, every day, but definitely on this cleanse. Do some deep cleaning. Time for the cornmeal scrub. I only do this in the morning. It says to start the morning off in replacement of that brushing, the dry brushing, wet brushing. So it's time for the cornmeal scrub. Well, my drink alarm went off, so I did that. I'm doing that. And for truth in reporting, my beet juice is more like a heaping tablespoon rather than a quarter cup. But I only did like 2 ounces of apple juice, and that's just water. Well, I'm finished with all the exfoliation, cleaning, and all that stuff. I did a voice lesson while I was in the shower. I encourage you, when you do your cleanses, pursue the things that make you happy. Pursue the things that take you to your happy place. Yeah. Some prayer. I always pray, but just more than usual because I'm not eating. It's like you got time on your hands. Slow down. Think about things. Meditate on it. Things you've been trying to figure out and couldn't figure out. Look for answers. Wait for the answers. Yield to the answers. Just a little bit more about this 7-day cleanse kit. The goal here is to make the nutrients available to the body faster because the bowel is cleaner and the colon muscle tone is stronger. It says it takes a year to build a good tone by this method. We don't know of any other system that can give you these results any quicker. That's what it says on their directions. They're going to take the buildup of mucus and catirin, which has become sticky, congested, and hardened, and liquefy it so that it will run out of the body. It's the beginning of the program. The real work is in the cleaning the body is going to come later when there's a transformation in the tissue integrity, resulting in a higher quality body. This process may take up to 6 months. This will result in a cleaner, purer body that is able to accept and handle the good, vital foods you are feeding it. So, I think that's a good little nutshell. This is just my first step, but it's, the reset. So, it's a huge step. Did you know that most people may be as many as 10 meals behind in their eliminations or evacuations, as I like to say? They're holding many meals in the ballooning, pocketed portions of their bowel. Provolone cheese. I say I finished my drink. Some sort of wonderful sandwich. Garlic bread. Supplement time. Tuna fish. Drink time. More supplements. I'm finished with the second colonic of day 2, and I'm drinking my last drink. This drink has a teaspoon of cod liver oil in it. I thought something was wrong with my drink until I realized I had not included the cod liver oil in the one yesterday. So, I thought like maybe I didn't wash the glass right or something. It's one little teaspoon, and it does change the flavor. You kind of need the apple juice with the cod liver oil. I'm at 180, and this time the colonic was like it took a lot longer. I watched my stomach get really big. I can finally understand how a person could have a gut from, like, if your intestines had leftover stuff in there, you could really have a gut just from that, because as the water filled me up, my stomach just kept getting bigger, and it was bigger than yesterday. I didn't realize it could even get that big. But it's a good sign. I could hold a lot more water, like without evacuating, so it means it's getting up in there. So about half tank down. No, it was more than that. I just kept on using the clasp to shut off the water supply, making it so I wouldn't have the urge to evacuate. I could get rid of the urge to evacuate. I don't even know how empty the tank was, but I had a lot of water in me. And then, I know what it was. So about half tank, it was water that was coming out. It just wasn't anything substantial. So it was a while before it kept doing that, and then all of a sudden it was just like I hit pay dirt. And it reminded me of the time I worked in like this nursing home, and this guy had a colostomy bag. Can you say stinky, like papaya enzymes? You need to take a whole bottle of papaya enzymes. It was worse smelling than yesterday. So I know we're hitting something. I mean, this is almost 50 years of stuff. So another thing I forgot to mention, I just know from having fasted in the past that if you would drink like 8 ounces of water every half hour, you can usually stave off that desire to have food. And I kind of forgot that with all the stuff that's going on with this cleansing fast, because they put so much, they have supplements and you're drinking everything. But if you go a half hour without having consumed some water, you could start having cravings. You could start feeling like you're hungry. And if I remember correctly, on the other fast, when I do 8 ounces, it was actually a little bit too much. So I would say at least 4 ounces every half hour is what I usually do. So tomorrow I'm going to make sure I use that knowledge, so I won't you know, those little cravings for all the different things I told you I craved. Hopefully I can stave those off. So all in all, though, the last colonic, this last one was better than the other two. I didn't feel as miserable while I was doing it. I got chilly towards the end again, but I did have a blanket. But still, I'd like to get rid of that. I don't want to have chills while I'm doing this. I don't know if the water, I just don't know how to make the water warmer because it is room temperature. And then, I also noticed that I can tell how much liquid or water I need, like if I'm getting dehydrated by my mouth. Because I'm not eating, and I'm just brushing my teeth, even though it's not from food, like what I'm consuming. There's like this feeling of, it's an interesting dry that happens. It's really subtle at first, and if I just pay attention, I know that I have forgotten to, or I haven't drunk enough water. Let me finish this drink. Oh my gosh. I suggest taking the cod liver oil by itself or with a little bit of juice, just downing it, and then drink the rest of the cleansing drink by itself. Because that's like the cod liver oil it just contaminated this. It made it so I don't even want to drink it. I'm going to try though. Okay, so don't sniff, don't breathe while you're drinking it, and then all you have is the aftertaste. And if you go ahead and drink really quickly, that won't deter you. Okay, when I say more than yesterday or whatever, what I mean is more than the last colonic. So that ends my second day of this 7-day cleanse, and I have to say it's easier. The prep is easier. Like, I have all my supplements together before I go to bed. All my coffee is made for 2 more colonics. Everything's in place. I know how many jugs I need. Everything is just, I knew where to put it. It's just a lot smoother after you do it the first time and even after the second time. Shalom.